Hello and welcome to History of the Day series of Triumph IAS.
First, we will start from the important death anniversary of 18th February. Ramakrishna birthday. Ramakrishna was an Indian Hindu mystic, saint and considered as an avatar by many in 19th century Bengal. Hindu religious leader Ramakrishna, who founded a school of thought that united diverse mystical traditions into a single belief system, was born in Hooghly, Bengal state, India. Mohammad Jahur Khayyam birthday. Mohammad Jahur Khayyam Hashmi, better known as Khayyam, was an Indian music director and background score composer whose career spanned 4 decades. He won 3 Filmfare Awards, for Best Music in 1977 for Kabhi Kabhi and 1982 for Umrao Jaan, and a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2010. He was awarded the third highest civilian honour, Padma Bhushan, by the Government of India for 2011. Toni Morrison birthday. Toni Morrison was an American novelist. Her first novel, The Bluest Eye, was published in 1970. The critically acclaimed Song of Solomon brought her national attention and won the National Book Critics Circle Award. In 1988, Morrison won the Pulitzer Prize for Beloved. She was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1993. Gyan Prakash Ghosh death anniversary. Gyan Prakash Ghosh, Indian harmonium and tabla player from Farrukhabad. He worked for 15 years in All India Radio as a producer of music. He wrote pieces in classical music, light music, modern, orchestral, choral, and percussion styles. Moving on to the important events happened on 18th February. Number 1. First official flight with airmail in India. The first official flight with airmail in India was on 18 February 1911, when Henry Piquet, a French pilot, flew a Humber biplane from Allahabad to Naini, a distance of about 10 kilometers. The flight carried about 6,500 letters and postcards. The event marked the beginning of airmail services in India, which would play a crucial role in the country's communication network. The flight was organized by the Indian Postal Department and was witnessed by a large crowd of spectators, including government officials and members of the public. The success of this historic flight paved the way for the development of airmail services in India, which have since grown to become an integral part of the country's postal system. Number 2. National Democracy Day. National Democracy Day will be celebrated for 3 days this year. The Ministry of Federal Affairs and General Administration today issued a circular to the Chief Ministers and Council of Ministers' offices, all commissions, departments, institutions, district coordination committees, and local levels to celebrate Democracy Day for 3 days. Regarding the grand celebration of National Democracy Day, 2023 for 3 days on 18 February 2019 and 20, all the concerned bodies are requested to celebrate the event with various programs endorsed by the meeting held on 7 February under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal. Read the circular issued by the Ministry of General Administration. Number 3. Samjhota Express bombings. In 2007, the Samjhota Express bombings refer to a series of terrorist attacks that occurred on 18 February 2007, targeting the Samjhota Express, a biweekly train service between India and Pakistan. The attacks resulted in the deaths of at least 68 people, most of whom were Pakistani citizens. The blasts occurred into compartments of the train, while it was on its way from New Delhi, India, to Lahore, Pakistan. The bombs were placed in suitcases and exploded near the Panipat region in the Indian state of Haryana. The attacks were later attributed to extremist Hindu groups. The investigations conducted by Indian authorities initially pointed to the involvement of a Pakistan-based militant group, but later, several people associated with the extremist Hindu groups were arrested in connection with the attacks. In 2019, a special court in India acquitted all 4 accused, citing lack of evidence. The Samjhota Express bombings were a significant setback to the peace process between India and Pakistan, and it caused a considerable strain in the bilateral relationship between the two countries. The incident highlighted the need for greater cooperation between the two countries to counter the threat of terrorism and promote regional stability. Number 4. Indian Home Rule Society founded. The Indian Home Rule Society was an Indian organization founded in London in 1905 that sought to promote the cause of self-rule in British India. The organization was founded by Shyamji Krishna Verma, with support from a number of prominent Indian nationalists in Britain at the time, including Bhikaji Cama, Dadabhai Nauroji and S.R. Rana, and was intended to be a rival organization to the British Committee of the Indian National Congress that was the main avenue of the loyalist opinion at the time. Number 5. Portuguese hand over Mumbai Island to England. In 1665, the Portuguese hand over Mumbai Island to England. On 21 May 1662, the marriage treaty of Charles II of England and Catherine of Braganza, daughter of King John IV of Portugal, placed 7 islands of Bombay in possession of the British Empire, as part of the dowry of Catherine to Charles. Number 6. Pluto discovered. Pluto was discovered on 18 February 1930 by American astronomer Clyde Tombaugh. The discovery of Pluto was a significant event in the field of astronomy, as it was the first time a planet was discovered using photographic plates. Tombaugh's discovery of Pluto was the result of a long search for a planet X, which astronomers believed existed beyond the orbit of Neptune. Using a blink comparator, a device that allowed him to compare two photographic plates taken of the same region of the sky at different times, Tombaugh discovered a small, faint object that moved relative to the background stars. Initially, astronomers believed that Pluto was much larger than it actually is. However, as better telescopes and observation techniques were developed, it became clear that Pluto was much smaller than originally thought. In 2006, the International Astronomical Union reclassified Pluto as a dwarf planet, which caused some controversy and debate among the scientific community and the public. Despite its reclassification, the discovery of Pluto remains an important milestone in the history of astronomy, and the study of Pluto and other dwarf planets continues to provide valuable insights into the formation and evolution of our solar system.